Hello folks, welcome back to SmartX. Just wanted to do a review on the euro dollar price action and maybe the pound dollar according to the analysis we did in the morning. First on euro USD, according to the analysis we did in the morning, we expected a return to this PDR raise before we take any trade, and our interest was this breaker or this OB. And also, in the morning, I forgot to highlight this one. This is an OB, bullish order block, which is in discount. Yeah, if we can check here, this OB is in discount, so it was important to highlight it too because yeah, this is the equilibrium, so this is our discount zone. Anyway, the price action was clear in M15, but first, as you can see, we had a return today, OB here. So this is our point of interest. So we look for patterns as from this zone. Yeah, aggressively, somebody could have taken here and a stop loss here. But for me, I prefer patterns whereby I take my entries in lower time frame, that's M15 and M5. So in M15, we had the setup, and whereby we had this one is our accumulation phase. Yeah, and this one is our manipulation phase. And also, if you look at clearly, this is a buy model whereby we have accumulation, first push, second push, then buy. But what was clear here is the AMD setup whereby we have accumulation, then this was the manipulation phase. And this manipulation phase, we usually look for this kind of setup after Asian session. So this was our Asian high, Asian low. So sell side liquidity, this is our sell side liquidity, and this is our BSL. So after the BSL was taken out, the price patched into this OB, this liquidity here. So it was ready to look for buy setups. Aggressively, somebody could have bought here, but I prefer patterns. So after this first impulsive move, breaking this structure here, we had a BMS here. Okay. Here, the BMS I'm talking about is here. This high was broken. We had a breakout structure here. So this is our BMS. So we expected a return to the order block, and our return to the OB is this one, the last bearish candle before the up move. Yeah, the one that I've highlighted, the black here. So this is your first entry. The return to this order block after the BMS. So this is the first entry. Your entry is here at this M15 bullish OB, and your stop loss is below here. So if you took your entry here, your stop loss below here, that is 90 pips. That's a good trade. First target is the buy side liquidity above Asian and yesterday's high. Second target, today's high. First target, second target. So if you take two positions from this trade, the first position you book at this one, the second one you target yesterday's high. Okay, so this was the first entry, and on the process again we had a BMS. After this impulsive move again, this high was taken out, so that was a clear break of structure. So we expect a return to either to seek internal liquidities, which is either a bullish order block or a mitigation block, not a breaker. The reason being SMS, we had a shift in market structure here, and wherever you see a shift in market structure, high probability trade displays itself on a mitigation block. So, and our mitigation block is this kind of here. Yeah, this is our mitigation block. So after this break of structure, so the return here was back to the mitigation block as your entry. So you place your limit here and your stop loss below the mitigation block. So this is your entry, your stop loss here, 5 pips. Wow. So already this trade, the first trade up to here was around 18 pips, up to here 35 pips, but up to here is 26 pips. So you just target 30 pips at the first impulsive move. Yeah, that's my intraday setup target. So 30 pips already. So you can book this 30 pips, or again hold a little bit because we still have yesterday's high that has yet to be taken out. Since yesterday's low was taken out, so the next target is yesterday's high. Therefore, this one gives our second entry with a stop loss of 5 pips. Our take profit is at yesterday's high. So if our entry is here, we target this high. That's 23 pips. Wow. So if the second entry you target 20 pips, that's good. Plus the other one you had 30 pips. So that's 50 pips. But if you hold that trade from here up to the yesterday's high, that's 40 pips so far. That's a while. And but there is this high, that's the high. It will be taken out too. There's liquidity here, the liquidity draw that I showed you in the morning, that we have liquidity draw below this equal lows and this high. So since they took out this buy side, the sell side liquidity here, the next target was this one, and where it's likely to take out. So at least this one could have given you clean 50 pips on these AMD setups, yeah, accumulation, manipulation, and distribution phase. Another pair we had is pound dollar. Our pound dollar also gave us our 30 pips target intraday setup. From the morning analysis, we said we were targeting this low so that at least this one to be closed. Yeah, at least this gap to be filled. There's a void here that needs to be filled. But also, it's not necessarily that they fill all the gap. Yeah, they may fill halfway, then later, some time future, they'll come and fill all the gap. And again, there is a breaker here where at least the price found resistance. But I didn't see this one, didn't notice this. I was expecting the price to go here so that I buy from here. So I don't know when it will come to this one, but for intraday setups that I told you, I got my 30 pips and got away. 30 pips was the return to the mitigation block, as I explained in the morning video, the analysis that we did, whereby we have SMS. Therefore, we expect the same case. As long as you see an SMS, a high probability trade is from a mitigation block. Now, mitigation block is here, and this is the weekly open gap. So this one is a high probability trade from this trade. So after break of structure, we expected a return here. So this is our entry. And if you take your entry just to 50% of this one, your stop loss above here, around 7 to 8 to 10 pips. So it's you to see how much to place your stop loss. But for me, 7 pips was enough. Target is this low. There's a liquidity here. We target here, or we target at least, but I usually post 50%. Sorry, I target 30 pips. That's why I place my take profit. And if there is anything, any liquidity near, that's where I target. So I was targeting this low here. It is 30 pips. And actually it delivered. My take profit was hit by this drop here at 30 pips, and I was out. Then we got a reversal at this breaker. Yeah, so again, Monday is done, so we expect and wait for Tuesday and see what kind of price action this guy is gonna display. On gold, it is still playing. There I told you that as it is Monday, expect something of this kind. Yeah, a little consolidation before we drop, then find a pattern, then we go up. Yeah, at least a sideways movement. That's what happened here. Though you can see we had a low here. Those two equal lows that I told you needs to be taken care of. Yeah, they took care of it. That was okay. The liquidity has been taken out. So the liquidity that I'm seeing here again, not taken out now, it is this one. So this is the next liquidity draw. I'll be looking for the price to take out these lows before we see what next they may target. So after this break of structure here, there was a return. Yeah, so that's why I'm expecting this drop to take out this one, again this one, but I'll be patient until I get a buy side, a buy setup. Yeah, so let's see again on USD CAD what happened on USD CAD. Oh, what's this? USD CAD, we had the morning we said that we had this return. So this one, we had this break of structure, and the entry was here during the Asian session. Yeah, wasn't around. So again, we had a break of structure, but the target after this one, we expected the target to go back to the order book. But what happened? This void here that was expected to be covered, they filled this void to 50%. Yeah, if you place our fib from this high to this one, our 50% is here. So these guys covered 50% of the fair value gap that we expected to be fully filled, but they filled halfway and got a reversal. So if you've been following my videos, there is a video here I told you that when a void is created, it's not necessary that they fill it to fully. Yeah, they may fill to 50%, and the other halfway that is unfilled, they will fill in the future. So this zone here will be our future target, maybe our take profit or a reversal area. So we'll be targeting these areas in future. But still, this doesn't confirm that the price will move without filling this one. So also now tomorrow's price action will define if the market still will go up here to fill this gap or will continue dropping. So it depends on what kind of price action will be displayed on Tuesday. And again, if you can see after returning to this one, you can see we had a drop here, breaking this kind of structure here. So in case these guys work something of this kind, return to this one, because we have already have a break of structure here, though it's a minor break of structure. Yeah, if they go back to this OB here, we may sell off. Yeah, I know it will be a risky entry, but there's a possibility that they may sell off from here, and this will be the future objective. So guys, I hope you had a very good trading day. I had a good one too. So as we wait for tomorrow again and see what kind of price action this guy is gonna display, I wish you a happy trading and a nice week.